Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 6th of September 2022, and yes, we now have our new Prime Minister installed. I made a pretty scathing video yesterday about how I think of that, and I don't think my mind hasn't really been changed at all. And I saw this meme this morning which I think sums it up perfectly, and it just, that's about the size of it, isn't it? And while we're on the subject of memes, I think things like that one and all of the other ones are just a work of genius. They're just fantastic, aren't they? And whoever kind of thinks these things up, who are way better people than I am, and hats off to them. They're just absolutely brilliant. And if we do get through this and we do end up with the result that we want, and we are going to do our utmost to get, it's going to be thanks in no small part to these memes and their creators, because it's just our side of the argument encapsulated in a just very short, sharp, sometimes sarcastic and stinging format, sometimes humorous, sometimes a bit of black humour, like really that one I've just shown you falls into that category. And they have two effects. One on us, we kind of see these memes around and we sort of think, we're not the only ones, or I'm not the only one thinking along those lines. There's other people out there who think along our lines as well. And I'm sure as people have gone around, they're out and about and come across these things, normal people, I'm sure it's made a fair few of them just stop and think for 5 minutes, maybe even woken up quite a few of them as well. So hats off to the people who are making these memes, just fantastic things. But getting on to the main subject today that I want to talk about, I see that there's a group of people sending an open letter to Liz Truss, recommending that she stops the rollout of a certain thing to children. And that follows hard on the heels of something I saw today. Apparently, now I haven't checked this out, but apparently somewhere on one of the government health websites and the November Hotel Sierra website as well, I believe it is, they've kind of really quietly dropped recommending a certain thing for 5 to 11-year-olds, and that again follows hot on the heels of a similar sort of retreat last week, where they're no longer recommending the thing for pregnant women and breastfeeding women. So we had that last week, we've got this 5 to 11-year-old thing this week, and again haven't verified. Well, I think the former, the breastfeeding and pregnant women one, has been verified. Haven't 100% verified the 5 to 11-year-old ones, but if that is true, it just seems that the powers that shouldn't be are, well, is it a silent retreat, a quiet retreat? Because that's how they would do it. They're not just going to hold their hands up and say, oh sorry, we got this thing wrong, because they're going to have riots on the street. But just by quietly sort of stopping their recommendations of these things, they can then turn around at a later date and say, well, it does say on our website as from summer of 2022 that we aren't recommending these things anymore. So is it because they know a storm's coming their way? Who knows? If you've got any more ideas on this, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll look forward to reading that. But if it does turn out to be true, maybe someone somewhere out there can make up some leaflets and take it to certain professionals who aren't currently aware of these very quiet changes on government websites, and to make them aware. I suppose the conversation would go along the lines of, you know, going somewhere where they still think they should be doing this certain thing to 5 to 11-year-olds and to pregnant women, and you know, people can go in and very quietly and politely say something along the lines of, yeah, do you know you're actually going against government guidelines now? Take a look at this website here, this web page here. Yeah, might be a way forward, don't you think? Anyway, just some thoughts there, some musings, and yeah, is this a quiet retreat? Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.